Okay. Hello, Barbara, Desiree, and Sam. Please tell my audience about your short film, The Blue Diamond.
Sam,
Hello.
take it away.
Yes, hello. I am Sam Fox. I am the director of the Blue Diamond. And well, I guess to summarize it, it is about skiing. It is about bringing ski culture, 80s ski culture in particular, back. Barbara Crampton plays toxic mother Jacqueline to Desiree Staples, who plays Allison. She's just a little hurt girl because her mother left her when she was 15 to start this cult of ski fanatics and called the Blue Diamond. And we soon find out when Desiree thinks that her mother has died, we soon find out that things are not what they seem and that, aha, Jacqueline is still alive and she is up to some very suspicious stuff.
Yeah.
Um, that has to do with skiing and aliens and tentacles and yeah, blueberry schnapps. That's the Blue Diamond in a nutshell.
That's the
Yeah.
nutshell, solid nutshell.
In a
And
Thank
fun nutshell.
was I sorry?
Sorry, that was a joke. Sam did another short called Fucking Nuts. So I said, in a fucking nutshell.
Oh, that's funny. That's good, good
Very
stuff.
good.
Good stuff. So, Barbara and Desiree, tell people a bit about the dynamic between your characters.
Well, my character is a loving, controlling, all consuming mom. She's a little narcissistic, but she thinks she's only wants the good for her daughter, and she thinks her daughter should comply with her because mother knows best. But of course, my daughter has her own feelings and thoughts about the world and how things should be, and it doesn't always add up. So we're completely at odds with one another. And I'm disappointed in her because she can't ski, and that's not good. So I wanted to bring her into the family business, well, my family business, and she doesn't really want to. But I try to lure her in, and that's what we do in the short. I'm luring her in.
Yeah. And from my perspective, I feel like what's cool about the Blue Diamond is I'm sort of the audience as well, where I don't really know everything that's going on here and am both intrigued, but obviously very skeptical of the Blue Diamond. But, having my mother's involvement with it, I want it's that push pull if I want to be a part of it, but then there's this love I never had. So it's a very fun character to play where so much of me is saying don't do this, like don't be a part of this, but there's that part of you with that love of a parent and that love you're always looking for that you can't turn away from. It's always going to pull you back in. So it's a very fun metaphor too, and Sam's spoken on this too, of a narcissist being an alien and being very hard to communicate with and actually just making them also an alien. That
Yeah,
it'll never be exactly what I'm wanting in that moment of why aren't I good enough? Oh, it's something as small and bizarre as not being a skier.
Was it fun to see people in those bright costumes on set?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Sam, if you're familiar with Sam's previous films, costume design, production design, and a treat as an actor, it really informs you, right? Like what you're wearing from the top of your head to the bottom, and everything is thought out. So it's been a blast getting to see all the skiers and see that dance sequence, and everyone on set. It's a very special world that you can't help but kind of feel like, oh, I'm in a different universe now, and this is the Blue Diamond universe.
Okay. Yeah, Sam, please explain further the visuals and sort of the vibe of the Blue Diamond for the people out there.
This was my toned down film. This was me trying to be normal, which is interesting how it turned out. So it is everything that I do. I started as a painter, so it comes from a surrealist fantasy land that lives in my brain. and the world is all very heightened. I like to do world building, so we kind of tried to have two coexisting worlds, which is the present modern day reality, which Desiree lives in, our character Allison, and that's, more muted colors. You don't get to see it so much in the short because we go straight into the Blue Diamond town. But you will, we're developing the feature, so you will really get to see the juxtaposition of the two, and the world in which Jacqueline has created when an event happened, which kind of trapped her in this time capsule of 1989. Um, she then brought that to modern day with the 80s ski culture of the bright colors. Everything is a bit Gordon Gecko postmodern. So we really did some deep dive research into Pinterest, pulling some, 80s ski references, après ski, there's got to be like the fondue and lots of wood textures, those primary bright neon colors. And I like to when I'm kind of designing the look of a film, I like to make sure that everything has its place and is in place. So yeah, that's one of the most fun parts for me.
Oh, nice. Do any of you enjoy skiing?
I do. I've skied all my life.
Yeah.
My my father was a ski instructor when he was younger. So when I was 11, we learned to ski at Killington in Vermont,
Oh,
and then
nice.
and then I live in LA now, but my husband and I raised our kids just outside San Francisco in a little town called Mill Valley. And we were 3 hours from Lake Tahoe. So we had a condo in Lake Tahoe, and our kids were on the ski team all the time that they were growing up. So we would go up there every weekend and ski. So I'm a big skier. And I said for the feature, we have to ski. You need to see me ski.
Yeah. I want to see you ski.
Barbara's threatened me, and she's going to hold me hostage until I let her ski. So
I
Uh,
ski. That,
Well,
with her
even if
testicles.
you've
even if
got
there's a GoPro on somebody that's skiing
yeah.
next to me, they can see me skiing down the hill.
You don't get to combine acting and skiing very often, so that's very exciting. I also ski, although it's been a while. I more like to après ski, but I was raised skiing, so it's very interesting. I don't know, this whole metaphor again of how good of a skier are you? I trained a lot as a young one, but it's funny. There is sort of like and the brilliance of that line, and we just made hats that say "Do you ski?" on the back, available for purchase. Um,
oh,
there you go.
oh, there
There
we go.
there's such a like are you cultured? It's like such a do you ski? It's like such a frou-frou question. And
Uh,
I do remember in my childhood, all the cool kids would go skiing in the summer or in the winter
yeah.
at Lake Tahoe or Mammoth. And I went to Park City, which was less cool. So I just felt like there was even a hierarchy. That's what it was, a hierarchy between where you ski. It's not only a hierarchy of do you ski, but where do you ski?
Or Aspen.
Cool enough. Or Aspen, right.
Aspen, right. And we've got Whistler in Canada. Everyone knows Whistler.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
only
Jay Peak growing up in Vermont.
yeah, Jay Peak. I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I only go
cool.
to the Swiss Alps. Sorry.
Oh, amazing.
Okay. Okay, I have to get this question in there. Barbara, as of today, October 4th, 2024, which one do you prefer? From Beyond or Reanimator?
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I think that Reanimator is Stuart Gordon's seminal movie, but for me, From Beyond is the better character
Ooh,
that I have in that film. So if
fair.
I have to choose, I'm going to choose From Beyond.
Okay, I like that. I like that you didn't cop out. That's great. You owned it.
I'm going to be definitive and say that around that time, in the 80s, it was around the time of Alien, and
Mm.
there weren't a lot of movies that were being done where a woman was able to play the gamut of emotions,
Hmm.
and have such a big arc as she did. And I thank Stuart Gordon for giving me that part and writing that part for me. It was an amazing role. And the movie holds up today. So that's
Yeah.
Heck yes, it does. Watch
Oh,
that
it's
one all the time. I love it.
yeah.
Anyways, back to the Blue Diamond. Why do you respond to the material? Maybe I'll throw this to Barbara and Desiree as actresses, actor people. Why do you respond to this material?
Well, Desiree, you go first.
Well, luckily, also, I've got to work with Sam for a long time, and I just
Nice.
think she is a very risk-taking, exciting, fresh, brilliant voice. And it covers, we talked about this a little bit, but it covers this mother-daughter relationship. And I think it really is, it's a drama underneath. But
Mhm.
I, as an actress, like to cover drama with humor, and how I kind of function in life is making a joke of things. And I think a lot of comedians do that. And that's how we survive, is by, if you can't find the positive, at least find the frickin' funny. And it's such, anyway, I could go on and on, but I think it's such an interesting coping mechanism, is trying to make light of something or turning it into something self-deprecating. And that's sort of where Allison lives and came to be. And as an actor, I've been excited to find a role that's, again, sort of what Barbara was saying. Like, I think women characters, it's either you're the lover or the
Hmm.
mother. And
Hmm. Hmm.
and not much outside of that. So to find a character like Allison where you get to do a lot of different things, that's what drew me to.
Yeah. For me, I put it out there a couple of years ago to the universe that I wanted to work in more comedy. I've been in independent horror for so long and I love horror and this is my home, but I kind of wanted to branch out. And so I've been able to do a few shorts lately that have some comedic bent to it. And when I was sent this, I even before reading it, I immediately watched Sam's other short, Fucking Nuts, which I referred to
Hmm.
earlier. And if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. It's so funny and so visually arresting and cool and creepy. And like Desiree said, it's a different voice that I haven't seen before. And I went, oh, I really want to work with this woman. This is cool. So then I read the short and I really liked it. And, playing the leader of a cult isn't bad. You have to have a job description and a movie. And I also liked that when I spoke to Sam about it, there was a lot of groundedness in the narrative because um, I don't think it's a secret that she based this on her relationship with her dad. And so we talked a lot about how that would transfer to me playing the mom version of that with my daughter and what that looks like. And I do think that, and this is a new thing for me, like, I mean, I think Reanimator was a comedy horror, but I think I
Mhm.
don't work in comedy horror that often, but I really think that any good comedy horror has to be grounded in something. And I really felt like this had a grounding mechanism because of the relationship of the mother daughter. So I knew that it would work. And and it did. So here I am.
Okay, I'm gonna have to leave it there. Barbara, Desiree, and Sam, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Michael.